blame, you mad it.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm LP. How to get myself up back before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ. I am the team lead here at EMP, and this is our daily live AMA and rollover events. We're getting started a little bit early today because we have some killer alpha that we want to drop and a special guest as well to help bring in the news. So as you can see from the title, we are happy to announce we are an official partner with MDB Infinity. Say that 10 times fast, right? We've had an amazing relationship with MDB. We actually have MDB Plus as one of our partner farm tokens through providing liquidity with eShare. And so, again, it's an amazing project. Making DeFi better is what it stands for, and their team has been innovating with some incredible products. So we have the founder here. Again, we usually do our reactor rollover to begin with, but we're going to open things up for the first 15 minutes with the Godfather. So, Godfather, welcome. Are you there, brother?
Indeed.
Awesome.
Back.
Yes, man. No, I'm really happy to have you back, bro. Again, I know you and I have been maybe the two busiest guys in DeFi. We've been meaning to announce this partnership, and we've had, again, an announcement literally every day this week. So I'm happy to have you on the AMA Live. There's no better way to hear it from a founder themselves. So yeah, brother, you want to give us a quick 5 or 10 minute breakdown of Infinity, what that means for us and you, and then we'll end with even some more alpha in regards to our next little bit of working together. So go ahead.
Absolutely, yeah. So maybe if I step back for a couple of seconds and explain kind of where Infinity fits in. So Infinity was always in the MDB roadmap, and that's because actually, whilst we launched and we said MDB has got this capital synergy system, it will grow. People like yeah, and then there's a massive bear market, and we still grew. And people are like, okay, well, maybe these guys are onto something. And that's been a fantastic journey. We've then launched 2 stable-backed assets. Everything's delivering really safe, really good returns, whether you're in the farm, you're staking, whether you got the stable-backed assets. I think we've launched 4 products, and all of them are up. We've never launched a product that's gone down in value. And but the one thing that's missing, actually, it's a little bit lopsided, is that we're missing something that can deliver a 10x in a couple of days. But that also comes with an element of risk, right? Risk and reward is also always paired. And so Infinity is kind of the final piece in the first phase of MDB, which is a token which is low taxes, very volatile, also has this underbelly of sustainability. because it's paired to Phoenix Plus, which is a high APY stable back token in our protocol. So it's the first of its kind. It's never been done, but it'll be very aggressive. So it'll be very aggressive in terms of earnings if you just wanted to buy it and hold it, or you could just buy an NFT, which holds about $1,000 worth, and hold it. Or if you want to go out into the market with it, then it comes with some risk, but there is huge upside potential because it has the opportunity to trade. It will be very volatile with very low taxes. And that really is Infinity. So as you walk into our ecosystem, MDB is like a share in everything. MDB is like a share in a business, if you like. And then you've got these stable-backed assets, you've got staking farming, and then you've got Infinity, which is like going into the casino, where it's going to be a hell of a ride. We always jokingly say, which may be slightly misogynistic, we say it's kind of like the 9.5 on the crazy hot scale. That's what Infinity is. So you could have the weekend of your life. Your heart might be broken on Monday, but you know what? You'll have a great time along the way. And Infinity just kind of adds that flavor. What does that mean? Actually, there's a really serious element to Infinity. There's a fund behind Infinity, and that fund is invested in at least 4 strategic partners. EMP, one of those partners, obviously one of the first projects that we reached out to, got a fantastic relationship, and it's a great team and protocol. And what that means is that a significant portion of the Infinity fund, which the interest from will be used to both buy Infinity and burn it out of existence, which will also drive this huge sort of like spikes in the value of Infinity. It'll also be used to buy MDB and distribute to stakers as well. So that fund will be invested into partners. It's very low tax. It's like 5% tax, and only 40% of that tax goes back into the LP pair, which is Phoenix Plus, and the other 60% actually is accumulated and invested back into the Infinity partners. So I hope, in a nutshell, I've explained it, kind of where it fits into our ecosystem and what it means for EMP. And clearly, we have a fantastic relationship with you guys. And not only does it mean that we invest even more, we already invested, I think, $100,000 into the EMP ETH farm. We will be making a sizable investment. We estimate that to be around $250,000. That's coming pretty quickly. That'll be happening within the next couple of weeks as part of this project. But it also means that there's a good chunk of whitelist spaces as well for the EMP community.
Amazing, Godfather. Great recap and really explanation of what Infinity is. And so again, as it applies to EMP in our community, not only is this a potential opportunity to get in early, like Godfather said, we have some whitelist spots that we'll be giving out. Again, we'll have a full breakdown of how we're going to do that. If you're a good actor and part of VIP, you probably will be getting access to those ahead of everybody else, but we will be doing it to our general public as well, our general community rather. So yeah, we're really excited. There's a ton in the works. It is another, again, earning opportunity through a trusted protocol, and all of that feeds back to, again, that EMP mothership by a treasury investment from MDB with the funds that we're able to raise. So yeah, I'm really excited, Godfather, and I know it's getting late for you, so I don't want to take too much of your time, but on top of all this, we also have another really unique partnership in the works with MDB. And again, we're going to drop some alpha right now, even though we don't have a ton of info yet. But we will be also partnering with MDB on an NFT project. So again, this is not the NFTs that will encapsulate Detonator or any of your nodes. This is something separate, but it will be an NFT with use case and will be yet another way to bridge our communities. So yeah, really excited. Anything else you want to add, Godfather? Or again, maybe shill your socials if people want to know more info. I know you dropped an awesome video about Infinity as well. That's in our pinned on Telegram and Discord. So yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and I think look, it's, you know, I always want to shield my project, obviously, and but I think it's you know one of the reasons that we love working with EMP and and why we try and work with you these types of projects is um, because we just see this fantastic future with you guys as a project and the way you operate and your community at the same time. And yeah, we just see a fantastic opportunity. Infinity will be an absolute monster on its own, regardless of anything else. The fact that we're working with a few key partners, I think there's also another element to that as well, right? I think crudely, there's obviously this whitelist allocation and an MDB on top of the 100k allocation that we've already put in, we'll be putting a much bigger allocation into the EMP protocol. And obviously, we're all just like everybody here. We're all really keen to see us come back to peg really quickly, and we'll be making a sizable step towards that as part of this partnership. In addition to that, though, we'll also be bringing in a couple of other partners, one of which is not often in this space we can say somebody has bigger TVL than you guys. And the next partner we're going to announce in the next couple of days has a TVL of 175 million. And what that means is that there'll be, and their CEO will be doing an AMA in our Discord, and we'll be doing an AMA in their community. That means that these, you guys will come together when we launch Infinity, and it means that you also get the eyes of these projects on your projects as well. So it's about bringing, serious players together in small, serious numbers, quite frankly, because we want, a few responsible projects working together that are going to be in the industry for many, many years to come.
Yes, awesome, Godfather. Well, again, bro, you are one of the shining lights in the DeFi space. There's been nothing but results from you and your team. Again, unfortunately, the last partnership we announced was with Liquid Capital, and we all know how that ended. But MDB is on a whole nother level, and that's the beauty of MDB and MDB Plus. And now,
hey, AJ, can I jump in really quickly on that?
Yeah, go ahead, Bolt. We got a few minutes here.
Yeah, real quick. I was gonna say, like, I don't look at Liquid Capital ending in a bad result. That it was an idea that was attempted and it didn't work out. However, the vast majority of people received money back, which is really unheard of in crypto. So I just want to point that out because I think it's really important to point out the character of people that are involved in projects like Danny here. And all good projects, it's our job really to stick together and, really support one another in times when times are good and when times are bad. But good people stick together to build good projects, to build a better space for everybody.
Yes, very well said, Bull, 100%. And really, my point to that is that the beauty of the economics involved in MDB and MDB Plus and now Infinity is that when people sell, that actually boosts the APR and the potential, gains in that particular asset because of the taxes. So yeah, we Bull said it perfectly. We align ourselves with people in the space that will continue to develop and continue to be here for the right reasons. And yeah, Danny, you exemplify all that, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you've got your own agenda here, so I appreciate you having me on. Did you want to take a couple of questions from anybody, or?
Yeah, totally. So we have time for about one or two more, and that'll still give me time to do the reactor rollover. So yeah, I don't know if anybody has their hand up or if they want to type their question, and then I'll be happy to answer questions later on as well. But Danny has to go. It's late for him. So yeah, anybody want to ask directly? Bull, do we have anybody on deck or any questions you see?
Nothing that I see at the moment.
All right, so maybe we did a good job explaining it. That's a good sign. So yeah, all right. Well, if anybody has questions, again, feel free to ask. I'll get to them after this, and we'll have more info with MDB directly. Again, this is just the official announcement. We'll let you know on the rollout. Danny, I guess we can end with that. What can you give us a timeline real fast before you go?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And by the way, I'll stay as long as you want me to. It's a pleasure.
Awesome, brother.
But so in terms of the timelines, and I think this is really important actually. So we've learned a lot from launching MDB, which we're now putting into Infinity, although it's part of the same ecosystem. And so we're running the pre-sale on the 13th of September, and it will launch on the 18th of September. There's two really key things that we've learned from the industry. So one is that the pre-sale, to be fair, if we hit the lower end of the cap in 2 hours, the pre-sale will stop. We're not leaving pre-sale open for a long period of time. If we're not at the low end of the cap, then the pre-sale will absolutely only last for 24 hours, right? There won't be any extensions. That is it. Even if we were 50% of the lower cap, the mathematics within Infinity works, and we would launch it like that. All right. So we're not just going to leave it open. The other element that we're working really hard. We know who our most supported, and I know that EMP obviously is built upon this same methodology. We now know who our most loyal supporters are at different levels. So we have VIPs within our own system. I know similar to what you guys have. Our VIPs own a minimum of 1 million MDB tokens, which is around about $10,000 worth of tokens. We know who our
and I'm one of those. I'm one of those guys, Danny. No doubt, brother. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in. But no, seriously, like in all seriousness, we know, we know the AJs, we know who the people are now. Now,
Sure.
the reason that's important is because we've worked really hard to make sure that the pre-sale isn't a cash grab. The pre-sale is an opportunity for those people to be in early, and there will be a lot of launch demand and a lot of FOMO. And we're working really hard with AJ and the team as well to make sure that the allocation that EMP has is appropriated to similar types of people, right? People that see 3, 6, 9 months down the road, because that's really what we're working to, as well as it having huge short-term potential at the same time. And I just wanted to share that because to give people confidence that we're applying this approach across the partners as well as with ourselves to make sure that the right people are in pre-sale. That pre-sale isn't just anybody can get in; it's very exclusive, and then at launch, there will be a huge amount of appetite naturally.
Perfect. No, I love it. And again, that just goes to show that you guys understand how economics really work. I think when these projects do these massive pre-sales, then there's no more buying pressure, on the project. So yeah, you want to give your most loyal people that first opportunity. They hold the floor, and then we all ride it up together. So yeah, awesome. Well, again, the Godfather, Danny, happy to have you, brother, and thanks for hanging out. We're going to go ahead and get into the reactor rollover and then some announcements, but you're more than welcome to sign off. If you are around later, we'll take some more questions, but we'll be doing a lot more talking and planning over the next 7 days. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks, AJ. Really appreciate it. And thanks, everybody. Great to be here again.
All right. Awesome, brother. Take it easy. We'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
All right, there you have it, everybody. Again, major alpha announcement, our partnership with MDB and their new token, Infinity, which is, again, basically MDB on steroids and has a much higher upside potential, but is more risky as well. So, however, all those fees will help support MDB as
1
well,
minute,
as
AJ.
well as EMP. So, all right, thanks, Bull. Bull's keep me on track. Again, my co-host with the most is back today. Bull, we missed you, bro. It was LA filled in, did a great job yesterday, but happy to have you back. So here we go, everybody. 1 minute on Reactor. Again, this is our detonator clone that transacts in EMP ETH. I'm sorry, eShare BNB LP, and we'll get into the mechanisms when we do the detonator rollover at the end, but I want to be able to celebrate the live winners at the top of our show here. So, all right, 35 seconds. Make sure you're compounding. Last minute, a nice snipe just came in of 13 LP. We'll see if that holds up. And again, over 2,000 LP in the pool balance. We broke that 2,000, which is a milestone. Again, every day, a new all-time high in
59.
Reactor. Oh man, another huge snipe coming in at the very end here. Here we go, 10 seconds. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 59 coming in. Huge snipe at the end. I think that will take it home. Man, the instant rewards were off the chain. And again, this is a major wallet that I didn't compound because all those rewards will go back to the pool to help support all of you. So there you have it live. Holy cow. Bull, what a day, man. That was massive. So let me go ahead and refresh, and then we will get into more updates and alpha here. I just want to see all the info. Give me 1 second. And let me know if the win it now is hit as well. I don't think it will last long. We will see.
Still claimable at 41.39. So
all right, well
let's see what happens.
Yep, we'll see how long it takes to get hit. A massive amount of LP coming in.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone, Charlie. Oh, all right, somebody took it. Yes, there you have it. So for those, some of you are asking where the win it now button is. We are working on making it a little more obvious. But for Reactor and for Detonator, it is right here. So you go to deposit, and then it's this link right here that says win it now. And as you can see at the very bottom, win it now has been claimed today. So again, if it's green, then it's eligible. If it's red, it's already been claimed. And you don't have to worry about, losing out, because even if for whatever reason you were trying to claim the win it now at the exact same time as somebody else, your transaction would just fail, and you would only lose out on the gas. But it's a lot better way to guarantee your win rather than trying to snipe. However, we match your snipe up to 3% rather than just 2%. So if you go for a big snipe in the regular deposit, you can potentially get an even higher matching bonus. So all right, we had 2 winners as well with just under 60 LP, and the pool balance is 2,113 LP. About 200 LP entered the contract within the last 2 hours, and we are almost at $2 million, about 1.7.
Yep, it's double from day one.
Amazing, Bull. So we have 100% increase within the first 7 days? How long has it been? 10 days? Not even? Yeah. So again,
7 or 8.
Yeah, just amazing growth. So all right, awesome. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my my background so I can get to some updates. But Bull, how are you, bro? I know we missed you yesterday, but you want to say a few words before we get started?
A few words.
Yeah, leave it to you, Bull. Yeah. All right.
No, hi everybody. It's good to be back. I just got really busy doing some stuff yesterday that I needed to take care of. But the great thing is, when one person isn't here to do a job, there are other people that step up and do an amazing job. So I never feel like somebody can't do a job here, because I know there's really 10, 15, 20, 100 people that can really do the job. And that's really a call to action to anybody too. Like when you really start doing stuff and you start understanding how the protocol works, like nobody can really hold you back. It's only you. Only you're going to be your biggest impediment in life. So get out of your own way and have your own back.
Perfect, Bull. Thanks, brother. Yep, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just was trying to have some. I had to pull up my screen and had some dead air there. But yes, LA did an amazing job. She's here today as well. Again, you guys are my two right hands. So all right, well, we're gonna get into some updates, and then we can take some questions, and then obviously we'll end with the detonator rollover. But the major thing today, again, was announcing our Infinity partnership with MDB. Again, you heard from the Godfather just a minute ago, and we're going to continue to give you updates on the rollout. That isn't going to go live for at least another week, so we have plenty of time to prepare for that, and hopefully give away a bunch of whitelist spots and give all of our good actors early access to that opportunity. So they also did a poker tournament today. We talked about that in the AMA yesterday. Cardinal House, MDB, and about 12 other protocols, including EMP, did a poker tournament today. It was an awesome community building event. Hopefully all of you had the opportunity to play if you wanted to. If not, it is something that I think they're going to do about once a month. And I know one of our very own, Steve, he was on our AMA yesterday, one of our new official influencer partners. He has an awesome YouTube channel as well. He got like 4th place. So he had an amazing showing today in that tournament. Shout out to you, Steve, and everybody that showed up. I know Stinky Beans, one of our admins, made it pretty deep. I played for a few hands and then I busted out. So, but yeah, it was an awesome event. And again, we're always looking to do community building events. Again, it was a free poker tournament. We helped subsidize the prize pool, and they gave away about almost $3,000. So pretty awesome day today. All right, that was some more alpha. LA, are you there?
Yes.
All right, awesome. And I don't know if Kirk is on as well, but I would love to hear from Kirk and LA about the new academy. So that is the. Oh, there he is. Let him speak. Can somebody approve Kirk for me? There he is. Kirk, are you there? Oh, maybe. There. Is he there? There he is. All right.
I am here.
All right, awesome, brother. So yes, we not only do we have our Infinity partnership announcement, but the major topic of today's AMA is the Academy pre-launch. So Kirk, I know you're about what 1 or 2 hours away from finalizing everything, and then we'll let the army have the first crack. But then I think VIP will have early access sometime tomorrow morning, and then we will be going live at around 9. I don't know. LA, you know more than me. I know we had so much going on, but Kirk and LA, I'll let you guys take it away on some more info on the academy.
Yeah, sure. Yes, I'm very excited. I'm been testing it all day today, and making sure everything is, ready to go. And I'm literally sitting here looking at the dashboard right now that everybody's going to see soon, where they have all of their stuff. And so I'm excited about that. And so yeah, it'll be ready to go. Like you said, Army's going to be getting access to it later this evening, and then VIPs should be ready to go about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's UTC time, so that is early here in the U.S. Then to the public, it rolls out at 5 p.m. UTC, which I think is like 1 o'clock Eastern time in the U.S. So tried to move it up a little earlier than the rollover stuff so that people pretty much anywhere could get to it and get on there. So yeah, that's what's going on.
All right, awesome, Kirk. Yeah, that sounds like a great rollout. And LA, I know. How do we get signed up? That was the next question I had. So yeah, go ahead, LA.
Yeah, so if you have already registered, then tomorrow AJ is going to be sending out the email to you with your registration info. If you don't get an email from him, make sure to check your spam folder. And if you're on Gmail in particular, sometimes the email will go into your promotions folder. So if that happens, make sure to drag it out of there and put it into your primary inbox. But you're going to be getting an email from him tomorrow with that registration info that you signed up for in the funnel. If you haven't yet, I'm going to send out right now the link to get registered. You have to register on that link in order to sign up for the Academy. So I'll post that right now in Telegram, Discord, and YouTube for everyone.
Perfect. Thank you, LA. Again, it takes an entire village to pull this off. So, and shout out to Rachel. Again, I know a lot of you probably don't hear from her, but she's another unsung hero behind the scenes. Her username is Stella by Starlight. She has been instrumental in our email campaigns and funnels, and she has helped us put all of this together. So again, shout out to everybody that has helped in this. Again, I'm so bad about remembering names, so forgive me if I don't call you out specifically, but know that we all appreciate all your hard work behind the scenes to make this happen, because it's not easy. I mean, Kirk, LA, Bull, Rachel, all of us have been busting our asses for almost an entire month trying to get this academy ready. And once you see the academy, you'll go, man, all right, now I understand how much work it was. So, and again, we offer it completely free of charge. All that we ask is that you sign up through that email funnel so that we can continue to walk you through the academy and future training and everything else. So really exciting stuff. Again, should be live to the public at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And if you're part of the VIP, you will get early access around 5 a.m.
Yep.
Eastern.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And just one more thing, when you sign up for the Academy, you'll also get notified about all the trainings that we're putting on. You'll never miss a beat. So make sure you get registered because that's the exciting part. You'll never miss out on anything that we have going on at EMP ever again.
Yes, perfect, LA. Thank you. And yeah, we'll have another bit of alpha on some upcoming training here in 1 minute that we'll mention that again. But yes, so everybody get ready for the academy tomorrow, and please, again, even if you've already taken the academy, I think that you could really benefit from going through it all over again. And not only that, but again, we talked about this in our pre-launch party a few days ago. But you're going to be incentivized to take the academy, because if you complete the academy, answer all the questions correctly, yes, there will be a small quiz after each section, but we do that again to prevent people from just spamming. We want you to be engaged, and we want to prove that you actually watch the videos. And so when all that happens, you will get a certificate of completion, and that certificate will be used through our database to verify that you have taken the academy and give you even more opportunity moving forward. We may eventually release it as its own NFT. We'll let you get early access opportunities to other partnerships that we have, knowing that you are a good actor and that you took that completed our academy. So really exciting stuff. And really, again, I mean, you can probably do the whole academy in about 90 minutes. So set aside some time, knock it out, and then get refreshed in all the different ways to earn in the EMP ecosystem. So I could not be more excited. I'm going to take the whole academy either later tonight or first thing tomorrow. I don't even have the link yet. So as soon as Kirk sends me that, I will be doing it myself. And again, that will be really, really exciting tomorrow when everything is live. And please share the academy. Again, it's a great way for all of us to promote EMP without being obnoxious or shilling too hard, because really, not only does it help in the EMP ecosystem, but it's also a bunch of info on how to be a better DeFi user. So it would be a great resource for all of you that are in other, Telegrams or Discords with crypto users. It's a way to soft shell EMP and give people value. I mean, again, we offer this 100% free of charge. There is no ulterior motive. We simply just want to educate all of you in the space. And I wish I had something like this when I started in crypto, 7 years ago. It would have saved me a ton of money and headaches and turmoil and learning DeFi on my own. So yeah, really exciting stuff. All right, guys. LA, what else do we have going up? I know we want to talk about the terms and conditions. But before we get to that, you want to just talk about DigiCon and Splinterfest really fast?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have DigiCon coming up the 23rd to 25th of September. It's coming up really soon. It is put on by the Splinterlands community, by Splinterlands, and it's going to be a huge deal for EMP this year. We have an entire EMP hall, and we're going to be hosting an AMA with AJ on the Saturday, which is the main event at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 24th. But all weekend from the Friday to Sunday, we are going to have this huge EMP hall and a platinum booth there. And we have this amazing opportunity to live stream and do videos and stuff there, and just to act as if we're at an actual conference and interact with the people there, educate them about EMP, and just shill our project. So it's going to be an amazing opportunity. It's going to be a chance to deepen our partnership with Splinterlands and just to meet a ton of people and welcome them into the EMP Academy and educate them. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Perfect, LA. No, I love it. Again, every time, that's why I let you take the lead, because I'm able to take a breath and I'm able to get pumped up. I mean, I'm excited for that. Every time you talk about it, I get excited, and I'm the one that's going to be there. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. And again, I'm hoping to have some major, major alpha. Again, you thought today was bullish, and it is. But leave it to us, man. We always have the next best thing coming. That is the true sign of a successful crypto project, is you always have to have something on the horizon, and boy, do we have something on the horizon, that is for sure. So,
we do.
Yes, LA,
And
no doubt.
also, I'm trying to get better about actually posting the registration link when I talk about these things. So I'm posting the registration link for DigiCon, and I'm also going to be posting the registration link for Splinterfest so that you can get your tickets. DigiCon is free, so you can go ahead and register and get your sorry, I cannot talk properly. I need some water.
No worries, LA. Yeah.
Get your registration so that you're all ready to attend. I'm going to go grab some water. You can go ahead, AJ.
All right, yep, no worries. I'll take it from here. So, yes, so that is DigiCon September 23rd through the 25th. And then Splinterfest will be the in-person event in Vegas. All the info, again, will post. It is a paid event, but they're giving away a bunch of cards and other swag and stuff. So the idea is that through what you're receiving in Splinterlands assets, it's essentially free to go anyway, because you're getting that value in cards and other perks. So anyway, if you're able to get out there, we will be having a booth. We're one of only 2 main sponsors. It's EMP and then the Hive blockchain, which is what Splinterlands is built on. So pretty amazing to be looped into that category of a trusted partner with them, and we're happy to do it. LA dropped some more alpha yesterday. She will be there live and in person. So if you wanted to meet LA and other people from the team, I know Jacob as well. He is our Zen Sports manager and also runs our gaming division. Has been really helpful in setting up tournaments. We have even a meeting tonight in regards to another tournament that we're hoping to set up. So he'll be there, and I know a few others have reached out and said that they're definitely going. So it should be a great event. And again, even if you're not able to make it, we'll be able to give everybody some info. And if you're new to Splinterlands, that was the other thing. People are like, "Oh, I want to go, but I don't really know about Splinterlands." Well, that would be a perfect opportunity to go. I mean, to learn from all the industry professionals, to listen to the AMAs that they're going to be doing. It's going to be non-stop for those 2 days, and it would be an amazing opportunity to learn Splinterlands and get engrossed in their ecosystem as well. So it could be worth your while for sure. Right, LA?
And we have some
Anything else from
really
that?
cool
Yeah, go ahead.
ideas up our sleeve for the EMP booth. So it's going to be badass. So if you want to come meet me and Jacob and represent EMP and take a trip to Las Vegas, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right?
Exactly, LA. I love it. Yes. So I already had a family commitment, or I would have been there 100%. And we will be doing this hopefully again next year, as well as our own EMP in-person conferences, and even some other crypto conferences throughout the year next year. So again, this is just the beginning of all that. So all right, and then one last thing, and then we'll talk about the terms and conditions update, and then we can take some questions. So one last thing I wanted to say was we have updated the Splinterlands training. I know a lot of you were bummed out that you missed it. We again, I had some major issues at my house. I had no internet and no electricity. I had to replace all the electricity in my house. So the original training was rescheduled, and we have picked a date. So the new date is September 8th at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we don't have a link for that yet. However, if you've already signed up for the Academy or the original Splinterlands training, you will get an update on the new link, and we should be able to post it sometime tomorrow. But we only have 300 spots, so and we have about half of those that are already gone from the original registration. So please make sure, if you're interested, that you sign up immediately, and that you join us. If we do fill up, which we probably will, don't be too discouraged. We're gonna post the recording on YouTube, but it's really important you try to be there live, because you'll be able to ask me questions directly. And so not only will it be me, Bull will be there. We'll have some other community members. I'm trying to get Balaj, who is our Splinterlands pro player, to be on, as well as Steve, who I mentioned earlier. So there'll be a ton of people that are in the know, and I'll literally walk you through step by step on the entire website, how to play and how to rent your cards. So really, really awesome training coming up for that. So, all right, did I forget anything, LA, before we jump into our terms and services?
So we'll be sending out the email for that 24 hours before the training. So make sure to watch out for that. We're going to be sending out the link and everything. So you'll want to watch out for your email, because like AJ said, there's a really limited number of spots, and you want to make sure to claim yours. If you have already registered, then your spot is safe. So don't worry about that.
Perfect. Yep.
Hey, AJ.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. How are you, brother?
See if you can hear this. You hear that? You know what that sound is.
Yeah, man.
Your
That's
pool's getting filled.
yeah. No. Yeah, that's
I know it's not the clearest, but I know you know that sound. That's me opening up a pack of cards on Splinterland.
Yes, brother. That's what I thought it was. So yeah, that's
was a storm.
That's an inside only knowledge type stuff, and yeah, it's pretty cool the way you open the cards and you get those legendaries and the gold. And then, like I said the other day, I figured out how to go on. I think it was Peak Monster, and you're able to do a mass rental where you don't have to click one at a time. and it gives you all the stats. And I love data and numbers, so everything's there. You know what you're getting on average. You know what other people are getting on average, and you can see how many dark crystal tokens you accumulate. The whole thing is just insane how much you can do in there. And that's before you even play. That's just, the renting and strategizing on the cards and all that. So yeah, I'm really excited for your training and looking forward to doing a lot more in there.
Amazing, Joe. Yes, man. Again, you made my day, because I know it's very daunting to get involved in Splinterlands. And again, I know you're one of the busiest guys as well, but the fact that you have taken the time to learn that ecosystem, again, never financial advice, but I feel like all of you that do a deep dive into Splinterlands will be very, very happy that you did. And yeah, that was a little Easter egg there. That is the sound, I thought that's what that was, of opening the packs. So, and again, with our partnership, you're able to use your EMP to buy credits within Splinterlands, and then those credits can be used to buy assets or packs or potions, a lot of other things in the ecosystem. So we'll go over all that. Like Joe said, there's also some third-party websites. Peak Monsters is a great one that is a full dashboard that allows you to manage your rentals. And I even have another third-party application. Joe, you're going to love it, man. So there's another one that I won't give any alpha. You have to join the actual training, but it's a service that optimizes your rentals for you. It automatically picks the best price to list it at, and it is completely hands off. So it's super powerful, and it's what I've been using to rent my account. My account alone is worth about 300 grand. And that produces anywhere from 50 to 100% APR a year on those code rentals. So really exciting
So
stuff.
300,000. Okay, I have a benchmark now. I got it.
Yes,
Thanks.
there you go, Joe. Hell yeah, man. You and me both. We're always good for some friendly competition, right? For sure, man. Yeah. All right. Awesome. So, all right, one more update, and then we will jump into questions. Also, again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. So it looks like a lot of you jumped over to YouTube, which is great. There was a time where there was about 40 people on the Telegram, and not even close to that on YouTube, but you guys did it. So again, if you're on Telegram, that's great, but please have the YouTube link up in the background as well. It really helps with our engagement, and make sure you're watching older videos. If you miss an AMA, it's a great way to listen to old AMAs and still help us monetize our channel. We've been doing anywhere from $5 to $10 a day, and at the end of the month, all that money will be used to buy back and burn EMP. So, all right, LA, I know we had a lot of questions, a bull as well, on the terms and conditions that we have updated to the site. So, again, this is nothing to be paranoid or frightened by. It's simply a industry standard terms and conditions pop-up that we have implemented on the website. It only pops up when you first connect your wallet, and then you should not have to approve it again. And this is simply a way for us to protect ourselves. We're always in the mindset of operating within regulation. Again, there's so much gray area that we don't really know what that regulation is. So we want to be ultra conservative until that's made public on how we need to comply. So this is just a blanket terms and conditions overview. Again, there is a section in there related to U.S. citizens. That again is just generic because some states like New York are very, very stringent on their crypto participation. However, again, you should be using a VPN anyway. And we'll never gatekeep you from the website. It's just on you as the investor to know, what you're participating with. So again, Bull, I don't know if you want to elaborate on that. I know we had a lot of questions, but it's nothing to be alarmed about, and it's simply a way for us to protect ourselves with any future, potential.
Yeah, and
Yeah, go
protect
ahead.
the ecosystem, right? It's a way
Yes.
for the ecosystem to protect itself because this is crypto, it's DeFi. Nobody makes people click buttons, but when people, are, not being following security measures, they're not following maybe the rules of their country. Um, we can't control any of that. The team can't control any of that, and so we're responsible for everything we do. But obviously, that terms and conditions is a measure of protection for the ecosystem, which everybody here obviously is part owner of. But we can't, like AJ said, gatekeep where everybody is at, what the rules and regulations are in particular to that person. So that's what's contained within the terms and conditions. So I would encourage everybody to read it. It's good, obviously, if people get that pop up and they're asking questions and just not clicking, accept. And so when that question pops up or that box pops up, yeah, it's good to ask, before you click anything, is this legit? And obviously,
Totally.
AJ's here telling you that it's legit. And so, don't do like the episode of South Park and become the human centipede. But make sure that you're reading terms and conditions and what's applicable to you, because we cannot, I can't monitor what you're doing. You can't monitor what I'm doing. And so we all have to be responsible for our own actions, and collectively, that's what makes up the ecosystem. So, that's a standard, I think, template that I think Aave, GMX, and just about everybody in DeFi uses. So, if you've been
100%.
on any of those sites, you're going to see that same exact form, or you've clicked accept on it. And so there's nothing nefarious in it. It's just a measure of the ecosystem doing its due diligence really to protect itself. And that's a good thing at the end of the day, because you want an ecosystem that protects itself. And, nobody would be happy if, like, for instance, if Jake just left security loopholes open that could be exploited and everybody's money be drained. But it's just another measure of protection, and sure, it's not necessarily code per se, but it is to show you, hey, look, this is code for regular people to read and see, okay, this is a protection for the ecosystem. And that's the way I look at it, because I know how people, in this space can be. And I look at anything that's done in the terms of safety as a measure of, like, okay, that's being diligent and making sure that the ecosystem is kind of dotting the I's and crossing the T's, or however that expression goes. So hopefully that's usually I kind of tend to ramble on a bit, but
No, that was great, Bull. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, bro.
so
No,
yeah.
totally.
Okay.
I appreciate you going through it. And yeah, 100%, man. We, again, this is a community-owned protocol. Again, we kicked things off with the initial, Genesis round. But even that, I mean, there wasn't a pre-sale. Somebody said, yeah, there was a pre-sale. Well, no, there wasn't, because, technically the Genesis round was open to the public. The code did not gatekeep anybody from getting in. It just so happened that the Select 6, at that time Select 7, that got into Genesis were the only ones that knew about Genesis. So, and again, through the power of this protocol, the tokens were not purchased. We were issued tokens by putting up collateral, and again, it's essentially an airdrop to the original founders, and even all of you. I mean, if you're in the boardroom, you're airdropped your EMP as well. So yeah, some people bought EMP off the market, but that is just the free economy that we built. So we really feel like we've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's. Unfortunately, there is no, clear and concise rule book that we can play by. So we have to just be as generic as possible with again what future regulation may come as well. And really, again, it's just code on the internet, like both said. We're not pushing the buttons for you. Jake and I and the rest of the team, yeah, we're here to help. Move the project along, but that's for our own benefit or to benefit our own bags. And if all of you benefit in return, that's just the bonus because, again, no expectations of profit from the work of others. So, yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. I'm happy to answer any questions. We are now on IPFS servers. Which again is more decentralized, even if the front end. So that's another thing I want to say too. A lot of projects, may take down their front end, which is essentially the website, but all of our code and all of our contracts, they will live indefinitely on chain. So even if the website were to go down due to a technical error or even if other projects that are more nefarious than we are, they may get rid of their front end, but you're still able to interact with the contract directly on chain. And again, we never recommend that, especially interacting with Detonator and Reactor, because you really do need to use the proper channels to get credit for your deposits. But worst case scenario, if the website went down, anybody from the community can spin up another, user interface to interact with our contract. So again, it's just another way for me. I mean, anybody that has the terms and conditions, disclaimer, it shows me that they're doing their due diligence, and it instills even more confidence in me as an investor. So yeah, hopefully that helps explain it. LA, I don't know, you saw a lot of questions today. Did I answer everything, or was there any other things we need to clarify?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it also shows that this is one of the few protocols that is treating this project like running a business and like building this email list and planning marketing campaigns and all of these things that EMP does that other projects, like building an academy, all of the things that EMP does that other projects are just too lazy to do. EMP steps it up a major notch. And this is just another example of how much the team cares and runs this project like a Fortune 500 company, a business. Like, it's just another example of how important each and every one of us are to them.
Totally, absolutely, LA. Very well said. Again, I can say that, but it has a different ring when it comes from an actual team lead. Again, I have some confirmation bias for sure, but yes, everything you said, LA, is 100% the truth. There's no ulterior motives here. Again, we're just trying to be as transparent and open as possible. And so again, this was just another step in having that be forward facing to the public. So, all right, awesome. Well, I'm more than happy to take some questions. We have about 10 minutes before the detonator rollover. Again, anything. I know we went over a lot today. So, MDB questions, terms and conditions, or any other questions, feel free. Do we have any bull? I don't know. I'm going to look through some of our pages.
AJ.
Oh,
It's Charlie.
yeah. Hey, Charlie. Go ahead, brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I just want to, I bring that to Jake already, but we have a little glitch on the UI where we have right now largest deposit that is 4189, but this is not really the largest deposit, because the largest deposit, if you go to view largest deposit, is not registered, and this largest deposit that we see on the UI is actually the winning now. So I'm just bringing that up for you. I bring that to Jake already, but for people that might bring that up later on, that we have a little glitch about the largest deposit on the main page of Reactor, which
Okay,
is
yeah.
not really the largest deposit.
Yeah, great point, Charlie. So I think what happened was, again, I'm just looking at this as you're saying it. So if the largest, so you said say it one more time. It's the win it now or no? What?
No, so basically below the clock on Reactor, you can see that he said that the largest depositor today is 41.89,
Yes.
and the address you can see is ending by 97F, right? But if you go to view largest deposit on the scoreboard,
Yep. No, I got it. So yes, what's happening
yeah,
is
and this address is actually the winning now from today.
yes. So what happens is, and again, we'll address this.
Yeah,
It's just a UI issue, but what happens is
yeah.
if the win it now is hit, and it's higher than whatever the actual largest deposit is, that will show as the largest deposit of the day. So yeah, we'll get that fixed right
Hmm.
away. Typically, there's some snipes before that happens anyway. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Charlie. And again, that's in regards to Reactor, not Detonator. But yeah, you can see the true largest deposit through the leaderboard instead. So cool. All right, thanks, Charlie. All right, anybody else? Let me look.
Maybe a quick one. How is a quick way for somebody to add like a contract address to their MetaMask?
Yes, great question, Bull. So typically, we have a little fox icon on a lot of our contracts through the UI. So you'll see a little plus sign with a fox face or fox head. Again, the MetaMask fox is what that is. So you can literally just press that button and it adds the contract, and therefore the LP or whatever you're trying to track, it'll add it right to your wallet, your MetaMask wallet. If you don't see that, then you can actually find the contract addresses either on BSC Scan or PancakeSwap or PooCoin, or Dex Screener, any of the tracking software, and then you just copy and paste that contract address. When you open your MetaMask, there'll be a button at the bottom that says import tokens, and you can paste it there. So, Joe, I don't know, you may have another way too, but go ahead.
No, that was perfect. I just wanted to add to what you said. So basically, all of our LPs and our two native tokens you can add directly from our website, like you said, by clicking on the Fox. At the very bottom is the two native tokens. When you're in the farms, that's the easiest place because all three LPs are right there. And at the very bottom, you have EMP and you have eShare. And then the cool thing, too, with the new UI is before, if you already added it as a default cake LP, that's just a generic for all LPs, you used to have to go in and delete it and then re-add it. But now Jake set it up so it'll actually modify your existing cake LP and rename it and put the icon in. So really slick and really easy, error proof, just really cool.
Yep, perfect. Awesome, Joe. Thanks, bro. So yeah, and again, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. We try to make it as easy as possible. But all right, cool. I do see a question from Gosu and then from 99 Ways. So Gosu TV basically asks, how do I realize my profit in Detonator? So yeah, again, there's multiple ways that we recommend taking profit responsibly. But the best way is the 5-2 or the 6-1 strategy. And what that means is that you're compounding in Detonator or Reactor at least 6 or 5 or 6 days a week, and then you claim once or twice a week, and that can be your essentially your paycheck. So you're able to claim. Again, we always recommend to put it in the farm to earn on top of earn. But if you're in Reactor, you could potentially claim, break your LP, and use that eShare and BNB to either buy more Ethereum, to pair up with your EMP, or just sell it to a stable token and reinvest in the protocol later on. So there's many ways to realize profit. You just, again, have to be smart about it, because the more you compound in the beginning, especially, the faster you're able to ROI as well. So, all right, 99 Ways says, what is the compound amount needed in Reactor for one ticket daily? I didn't know. Didn't ask AJ to go over this question, as I'm sure he's covered it before. Thanks, Rob. No, Rob, I'm happy to go over it, but I'm going to let Joe go over it because he is the math guy. So, Joe, do you have an answer for that?
Yeah, what is he trying to do? Get one ticket in the reactor?
Yes, he wants to know how much he needs to deposit to be able to get at least one ticket a day on compound from Reactor.
Yeah, you need so I think it's 0.008, correct, for one ticket?
Yep.
That would be
correct.
Yeah, 0.54 LPs in the reactor.
All right, there you go. So yes, the ticket.
So if you wanted 50 tickets, you're going to need a little over 27 to hit the 50 tickets.
Perfect. All right, well, there you go. Hopefully that answers it, Rob. And again, we're happy to give you a breakdown. I think you have a whole spreadsheet as well, right, Joe, on tickets?
Yeah, the spreadsheet tells you what you need to deposit and what you need to compound to earn tickets, but it doesn't tell you what you need in LP balance, because that's always changing based on the pool balance and total deposits. So that's a moving target. So that's probably why he asked.
Okay, perfect. All right, awesome, Rob. Yep, he says thanks. So yeah, Rob, no problem, bro. And again, shout out to you, 99 Ways Crypto. Go check him out on YouTube. He's put out some awesome content on EMP, and he is one of our, again, trusted influencers. And speaking of that, we talked about it a little bit a few AMAs ago. We did remove the referral rewards on Detonator. I'm sorry, on Reactor. There are still referral rewards on Detonator, and that's fine. It doesn't hurt the protocol at all, the way we have it structured. But we have a brand new way of rewarding our influencers, again, through Reactor. So we'll be rolling that info out shortly, but it's essentially a way for the crypto influencers or people that have covered EMP to apply to a special group, and that group will then be eligible for airdrops directly from our treasury for your coverage. So you don't have to worry about, shilling a referral link. You can simply cover EMP, as if you were being paid to do it. And again, there could be some massive rewards for you coming through that program. So we'll announce that soon. And that's just another way we're innovating. I think a lot of protocols rely very heavily on a referral structure, but sometimes that referral program can be detrimental to the economics. And so we feel like we have a really great solution to reward influencers and any of you. I mean, anybody that may do coverage. I know we have a lot of Medium articles that are written. LA does all of ours, but even some other community members have done articles or Twitter raids or, again, YouTube influencers. So we'll have more info on that as we move forward. I'm super excited. Charlie and Red and Joe, they're all helping to put together that program now. So, all right, awesome. What else? Do we have any other questions or comments? And then we're almost out of time, so we have time for like one more. Hot Llama, is that you? Go ahead, Hot Llama.
Hey, Jay. Hey,
How
man,
are
good
you,
to hear your
bro?
voice.
Yeah, man.
I'm good.
Long time no talk. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well. Really busy. I'm renovating my house, so it keep me pretty busy, and work's keep me busy. But hey, I had a question. It's kind of maybe, as I know there's a lot going on. I've been following most of the AMAs after the fact. Go and watch recordings, but I have joined a few. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Reactor and a lot of new stuff and some stuff you're not saying. I don't know if you talked about it recently, but just curious about Impulse and PulseChain and any updates on that, and And maybe like for some of the new folks here, maybe they're not aware of what's going on with EMP and on the PulseChain and what you guys are thinking. But any updates on that?
Yes, Llama, absolutely, bro. So great to hear from you. And yeah, we're doing work on our house as well. So I know the struggle for sure. It's been a crazy time around here. But yeah, I think, again, I'm really glad you brought this up. And we could spend a whole AMA on this alone again because we really haven't talked about it much lately. And that is Impulse. So yes, Impulse will be our sister project. It will be a seigniorage protocol, again, almost identical to EMP, only it'll be on the PulseChain, which is a fork of the Ethereum network from Richard Hart, and it will be, again, we could go into a lot of detail on this, but it's essentially the largest airdrop in history. You're going to get a lot of your ERC20 tokens airdrop to you on PulseChain, and it's a way to just like BSC, it's another layer one that has better feeds, but all the same functionality that the Ethereum mainnet has. So unfortunately, we are at the mercy of Richard Hart in the launch date. So there has not been any updates on when it will launch. I mean, I never thought I would say that the Ethereum merge on proof of stake, which is set for September 15th. I never thought that that would happen before the launch of Pulse, but it looks like that's the case. So again, we just have to kind of hold tight and see what happens. Once the official announcement is made that PulseChain will be going live, Impulse will be about 30 to 60 days after that. So it will be sooner if we can get it out, but we need to be very careful because we're going to have all the, GitHubs and repository info to make sure that we're able to actually have a functioning product and that the code, that Pulse launches with is actually, working. So again, we would never launch a product that isn't functioning. So there is a little bit of leeway in there. And again, anybody that has position in Detonator or EMP ETH LP, again, as of right now, Reactor is not eligible because we really want to prioritize EMP ETH LP. So if you're in Detonator or you have EMP ETH LP on the farms, then you will have early access to Impulse. And again, we'll have a whole breakdown on how we're going to do that, but it really will reward good actors that are in EMP and give you an early access opportunity on Impulse. And on top of all that, we are hoping to have the first bridge. The code is already done. We just need to make sure that everything is solid. But EMP could potentially be one of the first bridges from BSC to PulseChain. So that's another revenue stream that we hope to have ready to roll. And even if we're not one of the first, it'll be a great way to bridge assets to PulseChain, and get over there. If some of you, because a lot of you have already sacrificed for PulseChain, but if you haven't, then you're gonna have to buy Pulse to get in. Because again, just like Ethereum, our main LP will be half Impulse, half Pulse. So you do need to have Pulse to be able to participate. So does that help answer Hot Llama? I'm happy to go into it a little bit more. Yeah, we had to get
Yeah,
ready
no,
to Detonator, but yeah, go ahead.
no, that was great, AJ. Appreciate that update, and we hadn't heard about it in a while, and I was curious as to who knows when it's going to go live, but it's good to hear that we have plans to have a similar project on Pulse, and I'm looking forward to it.
For sure, brother. Well, again, and we'll give you plenty of heads up. It's just another way to earn. And again, we have some very unique economics that will help all of that volume from Pulse feed the EMP mothership. So again, just more revenue streams and more buying pressure. So on that note too, if any of you are bullish on Impulse or PulseChain, we want to hear from you. So if you plan on participating on in Impulse or Pulse, put a 1 in the comments. And if you don't know what Pulse is or you don't care, put a 2. I'd love to see some engagement on our YouTube. There it is, a bunch of 1s. I love it. So, all right, I'm going to pull up my desktop. We're almost ready for the rollover of Detonator. Bull or LA, if you guys want to add anything, or Joe, any of you, while I get this going, feel free.
I want to hear a little bit of Bull's infinite wisdom.
Don't eat anything you find in the back of your fridge. So let me repeat: do not eat that dish you find in the back of your fridge.
What if I'm eating it right now?
Stop.
Oh my god, I love it. Well, these AMAs are absolutely the best. Where are you going to find something like this in DeFi? I mean, my god. All right, let me pull up my desktop. Holy cow.
So, LA, are you going to wear a EMP superhero outfit at Splinterlands?
I was actually designing some merch last night just for Splinterfest.
There
Nice.
You go.
You should get one of those, you know, those shock handshake things when we were kids. Someone shakes your hand, you get shocked. You should put that for the EMP when everyone meets you. Bam, you hit them with EMP.
That's funny. We can do that in our swag bag, LA. There you go. So we're talking about different swag ideas as well. And so yeah, merch and some swag. Again, it'll be worth your while to go to Splinterfest. We have a bunch of surprises for all of you. So all right, here is Detonator again. Our pride and joy. We have about 4 minutes until rollover, so I'm trying to make it short and sweet. Detonator is a daily ROI contract, and what that means is that you deposit EMP ETH LP. That LP is then locked, which is bullish for everybody. It adds deep liquidity, protocol-owned liquidity to the protocol, and in return, you're able to gain anywhere from 0.5 up to 1% a day back from the protocol. So again, the idea is that you use the EMP that you're earning through the boardroom or through nodes. You pair that up with Ethereum because you don't have to buy the EMP off the market. You are essentially creating your LP at half price, and then you're able to double the daily APR in terms of dollar value in Detonator. So that's where we get, again, anywhere from 0.5 to 1% daily. Again, and daily burst is that daily ROI, but it's the minimum that you're able to receive. So we've seen some great last minute volume over the last few days. The pool balance reached another all-time high yesterday or the day before. And so with that, you get instant rewards as well. So a lot of, again, the APR fluctuates, but it's been super healthy. And even at the bare minimum of 0.5 daily, you're getting that APR with exposure to Ethereum. So right now, one LP token is about $45. We've seen that as high as $145. So when ETH goes back to $3,000 or $4,000, you know, your dollar value and your ROI can be massive in terms of, again, dollar value. So really exciting stuff. Bull, you want to talk about the lottery really fast? Sorry, I didn't leave you a lot of time.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to like compound on a bunch of stuff here.
All right, no worries. I can do it if you're busy. Or yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got it. So the point here is there's a lot of different ways to win. Win it now, 2% deposit. You're going to get that match. That's the ultimate BOGO, buy one, get one. If you don't like that, you want to compete in an auction style, you can be the largest depositor and have that matched up to 3%, deposit. We're going to have 4 winners, I believe, who would all love you. Those are all randomly generated from those tickets. Tickets come from deposit or compound. You can have 50 deposit tickets, 50 compound tickets. So of course, that's EMP, ETH, LP, as AJ said. Real simple, real awesome. The detonator locks that EMP ETH LP, protecting the LP, which protects the ecosystem, but also has that nice synergy with the EMP ETH LP farm, where that infinite money loop can be created. So if you're not in it, I encourage you to watch some videos on it, figure out how to get in, because the only tickets that are losers are the ones that aren't purchased. So don't have a losing ticket by sitting on your hands, figuring out what to do. Start clicking and figuring out what to do, and looking at what the opportunity is here to win life-changing money with that exposure to ETH.
Amazing, Bull. Again, bro, that's why you're a professional. I can leave you 2 minutes and you cover everything. So, all right, we have 1 minute left. Again, make sure you're compounding last minute. You know, the lottery prize right now is about $13,500. And if we get some larger last minute snipes, we could have more than 1 winner today as well. But the current largest deposit is 187 LP. We'll see if that holds up. Here we go with about 30 seconds. If you are the winner, we'd love to celebrate with you. Please join our Telegram through voice. So, all right, here we go. About 20 seconds. Just under 9,000 tickets, which means you have great odds today as well. Anything under 10,000 tickets is a good day to get in. So, all right, here we go. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Will 187 take it? All right, the contract's loading. Yep. A lot of stuff to process. All right, 187 takes it, right, Bull?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So it was under our 300 LP minimum. However, the lottery winner, you know, still gets that. So yeah, it gets the minimum. Again, a good day for the person that tried to snipe. That's why we say it's always a good idea to try to get as close to that largest deposit as you can, because you can win a substantial amount. Even with the minimums. So again, another awesome day in Detonator pool balance, looking extremely healthy. Again, 116,532 LP. That's about $5.3 million in the contract. We've been, you know, hovering right around there, even with the uncertain market conditions. And, you know, people are claiming, people are compounding. Again, you know, we've seen amazing success through Detonator, and so we're going to continue to see it, you know, perform. And we've also announced that we're offering Detonator as a service, a white label option to other protocols. Again, we did it with Reactor as a proof of concept, and just to help complete our own ecosystem, but that will be applied to other protocols. Again, I have about 5 protocols already that have committed to us, so it could be massive. I mean, Detonator literally could be the liquidity solution to most DeFi projects, and if and when that happens, we're getting a portion of fees on all of that. So just imagine the potential revenue stream that these Detonator as a service, you know, contracts could have for us. I mean, it's amazing. Bull, you want to add to
Can
that?
I?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I do, because I was speaking to a YouTuber here in DM. I was going to give a brief history, and give me 1 second. Sorry, I got some stupid music bothering me. So what I was going to say was when EMP was real early on, and there was the FUD that happened, and this isn't a matter of, like, you know, throwing shade at anybody, because that's not my style. But there was FUD here, and there's a lot of uncertainty, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So, that was affecting Peg, these tomb forks that this was a copy of. There was a lot of uncertainty here, and people were scared. Peg was very low. When Detonator got released, though, what ended up happening was it took a while for people to understand what it was. A lot of people are like, okay, it's just another ROI contract, and it's never going to survive. It's going to get drained right away, and there's going to be a problem, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. As the time went by, 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, all of a sudden people in DeFi started taking notice, like, holy shit, like this is more than just a lottery contract that, is going to pay out. And, people are like, okay, well, how is that sustainable, that 365%? And, there is some confusion about APR and ROI still, undoubtedly. However, the whole point of Detonator is not just to be a lottery payment contract. That is a great incentive. It makes people really interested because most people understand what a lottery or a raffle is, right? But one of the very, very important things is that it locks up that liquidity and protects it. The very same reason that it can pay out people these tremendous lotteries every day, not just one people, not just two people, but on days where multiple people. I don't remember what that huge number was, like 3 or 4 days ago, like $300 and some $1,000 between a Detonator and Reactor, but some crazy number, some crazy number. The point is that it locks in and can reward people that because of the way that it's structured and the way that it protects the LP. And that's really the key, is that it protects LP because it locks it away. And because of thank you, LA, $307,000. So was the total from the other day. But the point is that it locks away and it protects this liquidity, in EMP ETH LP, and Reactor is going to do the same thing on the other side. So briefly, or maybe my long-winded way of telling you this is that nobody believed in this project except for maybe the Select Six. There were some people that got in that really, maybe knew AJ personally and was really excited about it. But there was a lot of people were afraid. Peg was really low. I want to say something like 0.5. And there was nothing. But when Detonator came in here, all of a sudden we saw that LP starting to get locked away, EMP ETH LP. And, as we've talked about in other AMAs, not two shit tokens or shit coins, but exposure to ETH. And then all of a sudden that liquidity started to grow and people started to understand that this LP was locked, and not just locked, but protected, but basically locked in a vault that rewarded people for putting into it. And so why is that important? Well, it's important because, when people see these ROI contracts, they see these tomb forks, they're usually great ways for a few people to get really rich and a lot of people to get wrecked. But however, when they saw that there's this locked liquidity, they thought, well, okay, something can be built here. And what is that? All of a sudden people understood that they really owned something in DeFi, and they owned an economic engine, if you will, and this ability to produce, not just in the boardroom, not just in the farms, but another mechanism, this lottery locking LP monster that we know as the Detonator. And we saw that grow and grow and the confidence built in it. And then we saw other people from other projects come and say, okay, I'm going to give this thing a shot. I'm sure there's hundreds of testimonials of people that thought it was rigged or will never win. And we saw, boom, lottery winners. But really the important thing is that we saw this LP being protected and growing deeper and bigger, and the confidence grew, right? And so, of course, everybody gets freaked out when the market, gets crazy and erratic. And sure, that's okay. Because most people here don't understand that. Excuse me, maybe most people don't here understand. I don't want to sound pretentious, but that the farms are really the way to earn, and the reason the farms are the most incredible things in a tomb fork is because they're consistent, they're reliable, and they've never had something though. They've never had an ability to protect LP before. However, we do now. We have Detonator, we have Reactor. We have 2 locking LP monsters that protect the farm. And why is that important? Because when people they know something is locked, it's giving big rewards, confidence is going to be instilled. Is there volatility right now? Yeah, sure. No big deal. This is nothing compared to how it was in the beginning. When we saw Detonator growing still, we used to see eShare go from 300 one day to 1,200 3 days later. It was up, down, up, down. And then as people understood what Detonator did for that EMP ETH LP, that risk, that fear, that uncertainty on eShare really minimized. It didn't disappear completely, but it really minimized, and people started investing in that eShare BNB. And why is that important? I will point that out, that it's important because when we flip that same story over to the other side of the ecosystem with Reactor, I believe that we're going to see the same confidence instilled in eShare BNB. But the big difference is that it's much easier to, and healthy for the ecosystem to profit to come off of that right-hand side of the ecosystem, the EMP eShare and the Reactor, and the ability to create that infinite loop on that side to, either break that LP coming out of the farm, break it coming out of the Reactor, that eShare BNB farm. Now, so just so I'm clear, the eShare BNB LP. Breaking that or leaving it on the farm to make eShare so that you can use that as a profit source. You can take that eShare that you farm and use it to recover PEG. And then once PEG is recovered, you're going to be able to use that infinite money loop on that side of the ecosystem to stake eShare that you farm. And then you're going to be able to put that in the ecosystem, in the boardroom, and then earn on that. And with that, you're going to be able to produce EMP. But you're going to have a whole lot of new strategies to be able to work with that are healthy for the ecosystem instead of saying, what am I going to do with all this EMP? You're going to be able to focus on what am I going to do with this eShare? And people know that the eShare here is the healthy way to build your farm, your EMP ETH LP farm, how to pair up with nodes, how to buy EMP to raise PEG up so that boardroom turns on, that every Tomb Fork degen wants to turn on. And yeah, it's a really interesting, helpful thing for the ecosystem. But more importantly, when we look at what can be accomplished here on eShare, is that all of this stuff is going to be, a kind of a work in progress for people to understand, for us to teach, for us to advertise to people, for them to understand that we're going to be able to use a new part of the ecosystem, something that has never, ever existed, locked liquidity on the share token. And that is going to open up so many different levels of confidence for people once they understand the ability to produce profit, the ability to build these farms from that side of the ecosystem. They're going to be like, holy shit. How do I get in Reactor? And then what is that going to do when they understand that eShare is getting locked up in Reactor, and that there's some scarcity, and that there's more utility than has ever existed in a Tomb Fork. And not just, shit utility, but awesome utility with the Reactor because it's locked liquidity. So hopefully that helps.
Amazing, Bull. Bull is back. We missed you yesterday, and you were pretty quiet today until the last 10 minutes. So another mic drop moment from Bull. Man, I want to clip that. LA, we may have to clip that whole sequence.
100%.
Yeah, because that was it's all about the infinite money loop. That was the infinite wisdom loop, like Aaron just said. So yeah, amazing.
Well, the funny thing about that is, that spreadsheet that I have is that because I've mentioned that these circles or these farms or the ecosystem operate like gears, and if you actually draw that out, in a clockwise fashion, you can actually draw the infinite loop in there, because with the circle, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen totally. My drawing or my flow chart, and so you will actually see the that infinity symbol flowing throughout the ecosystem, and that is the infinite money loop. Once you see it, once you understand once maybe we do a better job of marketing, from that micro marketing strategy from all of us, and once we all sort of have this light bulb moment on the reactor, I think, no pun intended, that we're going to be primed for some explosive growth on this side, and there are going to be people that are like just can't get enough of reactor and detonator working together.
No doubt, Bull. Well, and that whole conversation was started, about, again, offering this sort of a contract as a software as a service. And again, everything that Bull just said, that could apply to any protocol. And, liquidity is king. We talk about it over and over and over again about how important liquidity is. And there really is no liquidity solution for these, DeFi protocols. So again, I had a long conversation with Jake today. We're transitioning into making the detonator code even more modular. And just imagine, again, I mean, we literally could be at a point where we have 100 different partners providing this contract for all the budding and established DeFi projects. And the revenue stream from that could be absolutely massive. And again, I know I've talked about it almost every AMA about the final form of EMP. I mean, we could essentially give people that stake their EMP a portion of the revenue stream generated from these detonators as a service. And now we reach our final form where I say it's much more valuable to hold EMP than to sell it. So again, all of you continuing to dump EMP from nodes are going to be real sorry when you have to buy that EMP back at a higher price, or you just miss out on all the amazing opportunity that we have in the pipeline. And I saw a comment on YouTube a little earlier, and again, I hate to say it myself because it sounds egotistical, but just look at what we have accomplished in 7 months. I mean, what DeFi protocol do you know that has accomplished everything that we have accomplished literally, within the first few months of even being in existence? The answer is none. I mean, we continue to develop every single day. We listen to community feedback. We have amazing, talented people in the community that really want all of us to win, and they help us do, these economic models, and again, build to our roadmap to have the most sustainable platform that was ever created. So I'm really excited. We have a bunch coming, and again, I'm happy to be here with all of you. So we have a meeting with the army, so I can't go too late. But Bull or LA,
I have
anything
one more
else?
thing
Yeah,
to
you guys want to
add.
add? Yeah, go ahead, LA.
It goes along perfectly with what you just said. And I totally forgot about it until right now.
Yeah.
Charlie was nice enough to do some brand new math for me for some things I'm working on behind the scenes. And I have some really, really exciting news. AJ doesn't even know this yet, but so Charlie did some math for me for Detonator for the first 6.5 months since the first rollover until now. And we have an average monthly pool balance growth of 86% and an average monthly user growth of 149%. How badass is that? Woo!
Wow, amazing. Hell yeah, that's amazing. Again, when you put it to numbers like that, it really truly gives us, a better perspective. That is absolutely insane. So thanks for that, Charlie. And yeah, I knew the numbers were crazy, but that even is more bullish than I thought. So again, Detonator has been the gold standard so far, and I think will continue to be. And again, those of you that are getting into Reactor, we should see the same success, that Detonator had in Reactor, and we're, 6 months earlier in Reactor. So I know it's huge. Again, LA, I don't want to dox you, but I know me and you were talking about your performance in Reactor has been incredible as well, and I'm sure a lot of you are experiencing that. So yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah, I'm super bullish on Reactor. I've seen huge growth already, and I have no doubt that it will take no time at all to see 100% growth and far beyond on deposit. So I'm super pumped.
100%, and that's month after month, just unbelievable. So, all right, awesome. Well, again, thank you all for being here. Well, if there was a question I didn't get to, please save it for tomorrow. We'll be back again every day here on the YouTube channel and on Telegram, and we're going to continue to again get the word out and grow this ecosystem sustainably. This is going to be a big month. We have a ton coming. Again, many Detonator as a service partners lined up, and even more revenue streams coming in. And we will again recover PEG. I know people are still a little sad or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but they're concerned that we're below peg. I mean, it is what it is. We use this time to as a cooling off period. Where all of you can still earn in the farms and in Detonator and in Reactor. And really, I think the Academy launching tomorrow will do an amazing job at explaining, why PEG is not the end-all be-all for a lot of our newcomers. So yes, PEG is important, but we've been way lower than this before, and we've recovered without a problem. We just want to make sure that when we do recover PEG, it's for the right reasons, not just, the Treasury buying in and then providing more exit liquidity for the bad actors. So lots of awesome stuff coming, and yes, this month will be a very, very heavy month. I mean, we're 4 days in, and we've already announced multiple partnerships. It's just, again, EMP is on fire. So, all right, everybody. Really appreciate your time as always, and thanks to all of you for being here. Bull, that was an amazing last minute knowledge bomb, and happy to have you back again. Bull Gates, my co-host with the most. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night. Good day. We'll see you tomorrow.